effort.
Much more Gossip Girl.
Alright then.
XOXO.
Is she gone? Then I'll proceed. Where are we today then? Day whatever it is of social distancing. There's not really a lot to talk about anymore because everything's been done and the days just sort of blend into one another. But I am finding the days are going surprisingly quickly. I wake up and before I know it, it's 4 o'clock. And I'm getting some stuff done, but it's a vast difference from having a full-time job to go to. So we are currently off work, as I've said before, and while I am enjoying the break, it is challenging not being in a routine. But this morning, I just want to say, and I understand that not a lot of people watch this channel at the minute, so this might not get heard by many people, but I feel like we should all be incredibly grateful to the nurses and doctors who are working in the NHS or working for the NHS in the hospitals who are now dealing with this massive influx of patients who are presenting with COVID-19 symptoms. I just heard this morning that one of the parents of the kids that we normally look after, she works in a local hospital and she has now been moved to a coronavirus ward, which must be pretty scary. I just think we're all incredibly lucky, the ones that aren't in that situation, to have the people that are willing to do that sort of thing, to do that for a living, who are now on the front lines, who are, just trying to help everybody. It feels a bit like it's a war, and we're not sending the army in, we're sending in the medical professionals. Sian is also still continuing to work. She's not currently on a coronavirus ward, she works with premature babies, so thankfully, from my perspective, she's relatively safe. Another friend of mine who's a surgeon, his hospital is apparently a bit of a war zone at the minute, but just having to go into the hospital, into that environment, must be nerve-wracking at the moment. So I just feel like we should all be very grateful for these people and what they're doing for us. And that's where I'll leave that. We're very lucky to have you all who are doing this kind of job. So that's a bit serious. Basically what I've spent my week doing is dropping off prescriptions and things that my parents need to their house. I haven't seen them still for, in the flesh since it all started, maybe 2 weeks now. But obviously we're able to keep in touch via FaceTime and text messaging, things like that. And it is nice to know. I feel like it's a little bit of a personal touch to be going into their house and just dropping off things that they need. Even though I'm not going into the house fully, I'm only dropping it off in the porch. I'm still grateful that I'm able to go out and do these things for them because I want to keep them safe, obviously. So yeah, I've become an intentional delivery boy for my family, which is absolutely fine by me. I don't mind that at all. I had a really nice conversation 2 days ago down in Porthcurry with an elderly couple who were down there, and we kept a really safe distance and we just talked about what's going on, but they were really pleasant and they seemed really positive about the situation, and it's nice to see. I think maybe the more people discuss their own opinions and their own circumstances, other people will feel a little bit more at ease with what's happening. So it was nice to speak to that couple, and I wished them well, sent them on their way. So most of the time I'm spending at home now is with Sian, so I thought I'd give you a little insight into what Sian's doing with this lockdown situation. Even though she's still working, she doesn't get a break. She's utilising her free time by learning the ukulele. She's getting quite good at it actually, which is, I was going to say surprising. I didn't mean that. I mean, it's surprising how quickly somebody can get good at it when they literally just practice a few hours a day. When she first started, she was saying that, she's never going to be able to chord change quickly, but it's coming along. It really is. I'm proud of her. Proud of you, Sian. And the other thing we've been doing is watching a lot of TV. So yeah, it's all getting a little, it's a bit weird, isn't it? We're all still stuck in. Life has changed as we know it. So I asked Sian today, in the context of social isolation and having to stay in the house for the majority of our time, what's the one thing you would most like to do that you used to be able to but now can't? And she said, handstand. I don't think she quite understood the meaning of the question. We had a laugh about that. Hug her mum, which is sweet, and it's something I wish I could do as well. But yeah, that's it. That's the update really. I'm going to take the dog out this afternoon for his one walk a day. He's actually out with Sian, who's running now, which is good because he gets 2 instances of exercise a day because we're not going out together, we're doing one each. So that's good for the dog. As ever, stay safe, wash your hands, stay in the house. I'm taking it seriously, mostly because I've got people with compromised immunity in my family home, not the place I'm living in now. I hope you're all safe. I wish you well, and thanks for watching. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe. Just take it easy. Take care. I hope that was a success.